strange how I have to start my battle in combat with these guys again. But fine, if they want a battle, then I'll give them one. But I want to make it quick, so I'm not gonna bother changing. The spell I use. I've already battled this guy once before.
Never. There is no shame in losing to a better man. The way tells me to find you again soon.
Please, leave me alone.
A Tempermancer can never give up, even if fate laughs in his face. This is the principle I live by. You cannot break my spirit that easily. Stay well, until fate makes our paths cross again, King of the Tempermancers.
So many side missions. There's one here and one over there. Let me check something. Yeah, that's the only one area to go out of here. I gotta get out of this area.
let me rest. I wonder exactly what he's up to. What do you mean, who? Rasputin.
My, I can see you need a haircut, sir.
Is it that obvious? Please, do your thing.
No worries. We'll fix it in no time. So, how do you like your new hairdo?
Perfect. I look brand new.
You were already very handsome. I only needed to further enhance your looks.
Okay, which way is this thing going to be located? It's gotta be this way if it ain't the other way. I gotta find out where it's located first. If it ain't on this side, it's on the other side. It's gotta be on this side though. 'Cause that's where it's leading me into. But then again, it's the same concept. Sources of the golem. I suppose that can wait, but I do see the map for it. Because there are a bunch of sources of the golem, to be honest. So, it ain't as easy as just saying, okay, discover the golem. Let's see if we can do something different. I gotta search for the father study. Which I think that will be somewhere that's not around this place. If it ain't this place, the only one other option is over there. Yep, and it's right here. It's somewhere in this spot. One clue after the other. I want to see if there's any more hidden clues around here before I go in there. Which there is. Okay. Yeah, it's gotta be upstairs. Or else it could be. Whatever I'm looking for is in here.
I have to find their meeting place.
No, I wouldn't be in here. Not enough chairs, not enough tables to sit up. But this spot would have been. White diary.
Sleep is a waste of time.
Still something over here I'm missing. Otherwise this area wouldn't still be red. Check upstairs. It's not over here, it's not over there, so the only other explanation left is either on the left side of here or on the other side back there somewhere. The only two options are in this room, but there ain't nothing over here on the end. Just while I'm trying to search for a sign or something that's gonna help me. It's the biggest room there is, so if you're gonna put something somewhere, it would be down here. Especially since the desk is over here. You would think the meeting spot would be in this area.
Synagoga Nożyków, Mirów.
That's one good clue. Alright, fine. That's what I came here for. Quite a tough clue to locate, but it wasn't visible, that's for sure. But at least I still found it. Just want to explore this area a little bit. It's considered a backyard, but whatever. Always helps to explore every possible case scenario. Let's see. Okay, so I got a few options here. If that's in this location, well, anything that's in this location, I kind of want to take care of it now, but looks like I gotta go to the other side of the map just to handle that. So let's see. I think I'll go here. I'm just trying to decide what option I want to do next. I got a lot of them to choose from. And when I say a lot of them, I mean literally all of them. Look at all this. That's about like, let's see. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not even 3. That's about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's about like 13 things I could be doing. So yeah, this is a lot of stuff. Still got like at least 13 things, maybe more to finish up in this game.
What a day. Hello.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you.
Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet! You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
Why do you afflict me so? I know why, because you know I shall bear it. Well, sir, are you just here to listen, or have you got something to say?
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
I can't leave without an answer.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
Okay. There is that. Probably still something on here I'm missing, unless it's just him that's not ready to talk. If he's not going to talk about anything, then I got nothing to gain by standing in here. I should probably go outside to see if I can find something different. Especially if he's not going to say anything. Hold up, there's still one clue.
Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sofer. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
So I'll go on my own, and show that Hashem protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me. But if this is your will, I think Hashem has sent you to me. Who are you?
I'm a Thaumaturge, Rabbi. And I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
That's him. The one with the book. You oozing carbuncle. You ain't had enough of Warsaw yet? So you're sticking your nose in on people here?
You know what happens to fellas who sniff around where they ain't supposed to?
Miruv don't kid around with them.
And who am I supposedly bothering?
And you've wasted the chance to keep your mouth shut. We'll cure this posh boy of his nosiness, you can bet.
You can't do any upgrades yet. What I got should be sufficient enough, but just in case. Gonna try and do a few different things. Complete domination. Trophy unlock. I used practically 3 of my spirits in that fight. Just not the 4th one. There was no need to use my main one. They wasn't that strong of opponents.
You're talking nonsense!
Did you hear about Praga? I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Povishle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake? You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
You were curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Śródmieście.
That's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
Yes.
I was interested in this giant you mentioned to the fishmonger.
I can't help you. Rabbis are the ones who deal with golems.
I didn't say anything about a golem.
I'm afraid I can't help you. And now, if you'd like...
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
His voice reeks of suspiciousness. Like, even though he's an average guy just doing his job, it seems like, based on the way that he talks, it feels like he's up to no good. You know what I mean? Or if he's keeping something deeply secret. And based on the way that he was talking, it just seems like he wanted me out of his way. But yeah, there is something he's hiding and not letting on. I can feel it.
Is there something else you need?
Let's talk about your relationship with my father. A tense relationship.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more time. Stanisław and I didn't quarrel.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove, especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
I think I searched for all I could in here. Unless there's something I'm missing. Oh, that.
Mr. Shulsky again. Have a new theory?
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
Well, there's really not much information I can get from him, not without the correct evidence. All I can get is what he just told me. And I know because all those other things point out to gray, and I'm not seeing anything around this area that might help me out besides his dots. Now that I've investigated everything around the floor. Let's see, how do I get out of here? Okay, go through this door. Can't go upstairs. It's always good to check everything though. Okay, let's see. Talk to the rabbit. I wonder where that's supposed to be at. Wait, is that supposed to be over here? Yeah, it is. Although, if he's here, he would be in there.
Please, tell me what problem brought you here.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Son of Stanisław,
Welcome to the stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And you are not allowed to study them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly. And you claim that Sofer supposedly sent a golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
What do we have here? Mordechai Hayat. What do you know?
I don't think that was everything, but I'll talk to him anyway.
Rabbi?
I'm listening.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would even bring him some kind of special medicine.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horowitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Let me guess. He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
Mordechai Hayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help with.
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful Thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
How can I stop a golem?
To summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling Emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. That leaves Mes, which means death. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay, I got every piece of information out of him that I needed. I'll check out all that information later on. Right now I'm gonna do the upgrades real fast. But we gotta look over that other information at some point. Otherwise it'll still stay lit like we never looked at it. thanks to all of that, it did give me room for one upgrade. I'm scrolling through these for just a few seconds, so like any of you guys who want to read about these people, you can always pause the stream and do so. That's why I'm taking my time to scroll through it. That way, if you want to pause the video and read the information, you can feel free to do so whenever the stream ends and all that other stuff, and the video is like posted. I know some of you people might be interested in the characters, which so far I must say I'm enjoying the whole storyline of this game. But as for the Marvel Rivals game that I mentioned earlier, I do have that downloaded, but at the same time it does have a battle pass, which at the cheapest would be about like $10 just to get the whole battle pass and to get everything going and to start leveling up and everything. Even separately, I did the math on it, and thanks to what they have set up on the thing, at the cheapest it would be $10, but they do have ways of trying to charge the situation more, but at the cheapest way to do it would be $10 instead of the way that they want you to do it, because what they want you to do is try and get you to do the $20 method, but I'm not planning on doing that for that game. Once I do get the battle pass, it'll be the $10 method, but I got all the time in the world since it's only the first season of the Marvel Rivals game. Things haven't really got deep yet, so I assume that season's gonna last a while in December, so as long as I get it by December 25th or mid-December, I should be good. I don't really gotta do it right now. I'm gonna be patient and wait. But yeah, I am aware about the Marvel Rivals game and what they got going on for their battle pass and all that other stuff. So far, I've liked the reviews that have came on it and everything that others have said about it. It seems really enjoyable. It's kind of like I wouldn't really call it a battle royale game. I would call it like I would call it a brawl game, but in an arena type format. Like, I'm not gonna say it's like it's like uh DC superheroes, because it's technically not, and I'm not gonna say it's like multiverse, because it's not, and it's not like Marvel versus Capcom. It's something similar to that, but something totally different with the whole Marvel Rivals thing. But if you guys want an explanation of what I'm trying to say with the whole Marvel Rivals game later on, then I suggest just totally looking that game up, because describing it in words ain't as easy as it seems to be. But I have heard of it and looked it up and everything. And yeah, it is free game, a freebie. Unlike this one. But this one I'm playing right now is also a fun game. It just wasn't free, but that's okay. Okay, there's still one more piece of knowledge I missed in this area. Which was these two things right here. It should be good enough. Alright, let's see if you got anything to say this time.
Mr. Shulsky again. Have a new theory?
You didn't need the power to send the golem after my father. Old Sofer did it at your request.
And do you know what for?
You hated him when you quit working for him, and you still hate him. Hate is a powerful emotion. It can lead to vengefulness.
I wager you don't have a blind clue what you're talking about.
Alright, if that's what he thinks, then... Give me 1 second.
I wouldn't dawdle in answering my questions. You heard what that monster did at the harbor. Imagine what it'll do to your laundry if I stay here any longer.
Pride, hubris, and threats. You really are your father's son.
You'll see how right you are if that golem hurts my sister.
Enough. Come with me, please.
Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes. Let's go.
We'll stop to get Feldman. He should see this too.
Yeah, well, that's partially clues to his father's death. But his father wasn't the greatest of guys, it seems, either.
So,
No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. I wanted his father to suffer. Maybe I wished death on him.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger, and in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
What do you remember from the moment you summoned the golem?
Nothing. I don't want to go back to that. And I don't want to remember it. The anger you've reawakened is burning within me.
Mr. Shulsky, perhaps it's better to let it go.
I have to know what you remember.
I've already said I don't want to, and I won't go back to that.
Your memory takes shape and forms into words. Talk to me, Mordechai.
I feel cold. Cold from the clay seeps into my fingers, into my bones. But the colossus I've been sculpting for hours is nearly ready. Sofer whispers the spell in Hebrew, but his words throb in my temples and soul. The colossus comes to life and looks at me.
What did Sofer say then?
I don't know.
Speak!
I couldn't hear, I swear. I couldn't hear. Truly. Enough, I beg you. Enough. Your family and your blood deserved this curse. Enough.
Hayat. How could Sofer have done something like this? And you, sir, how are you not ashamed?
Maybe I've treated Hayat unfairly.
You made him relive all that. That's torture.
I wanted to know. Anything might help us get rid of the golem.
Even so.
There are a few things here I have to investigate.
I hope this won't take long. It was supposed to rain, and the roof still has holes in it.
Well, he wasn't really gonna tell me the answer willingly anyway, so I really didn't have a choice in the matter on that note. Otherwise, he would have just kept hiding the secret from me.
What else are you looking for? What?
There are a few things here I have to investigate.
I hope this won't take long. It was supposed to rain, and the...
Maybe there would have been a better way to do that if I had a little bit more evidence, but I didn't. Like, as soon as I came up here, it kind of led me right into the conversation, so there really wasn't nothing I can do about that. And it seemed like he wasn't going to do anything except deny it and lie to me the whole time, so... I mean, I get that he doesn't want to relive it, but that, at the same time, I just feel like that's... him hiding it and lying to me about it. That would just make the situation worse, and then I have a little detail how to counteract the situation. And he wasn't going to give it up willingly, so... He was just going to keep being secretive and being a rip-off person, so... I feel like I really didn't have a choice in that matter. I don't know how more generous I could have made that, but maybe I could have went a little easy on him by not putting the curse on him, but at the same time, when he first spoke, I just kind of like literally felt that he was up to no good. Like, when you talk to some of the people in this game, you can kind of tell if they're hiding something, or if they up to no good, or do they got like a weird emotion, or, you know, you can pretty much tell when something's fishy. Let's put it like that. Or when the person that you're supposed to investigate or talk to ain't really seeming right.
Mr. Shulsky, what else are you looking for? What haven't you touched yet?
All of that makes sense gradually in this game.
This place won't tell me anymore.
And what have you learned?
The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
The clay formed a shell that Soffer infused with the saluter. Hayat brought it and spent hours shaping the body of the golem.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations? These are the remains of some fabric that Soffer wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Soffer.
A thaumaturge and a kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
Well, there is someone. Normally, I'd advise against contacting him, but after considering these extraordinary circumstances, and with trust in your choice of a path to lead me down, I'm compelled to reveal that it's Ariel Rofe.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me, but I'll look for him.
Mercy rebuilds bridges.
I think I know where Rafa would tell me to shove that.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Shall we?
Let's get out of here.
Okay, let me see something real quick. Yeah. Wanted me to go to one of these areas, either that one or that one over there. I'm in the wrong spot. Well, door is locked. Let's go downstairs.
Quiet this time.
Bored? Then go ask that uniform what he's doing here. Or tell him to skidoo.
Hey, fancy pants! Fuck off!
Hang on, hang on. You lost, officer?
Hang on! It's the mama's boy of Śródmieście.
These ain't nothing but a bunch of thugs.
I'm looking for Ariel Rofe.
Maybe he had a reason to make it so hard.
Mr. Rofe didn't mention nobody was gonna be looking for him. How about first your proof you're the son of Śródmieście? You wanna try your luck, sonny?
Maybe just a friendly one to get the blood pumping. We're in the dungeon after all, aren't we? But under one condition. If I win, you tell me where I can find Ariel.
If I win, I'll be happy enough.
Good. Now I just gotta fight them to get them to spill the beans. Good, now he's wide open for a direct attack. And I just got an achievement called Focus.
Hang on. That's enough.
You're the son of a bitch of Śródmieście.
Thank you. Now, would anyone be so kind as to point me in the direction of Mr. Ariel Rofe?
Take a look at Różycki Bazaar. He has got this sorta Geschäft there.
Thanks. They're right to call this place the dungeon.
I'm gonna investigate it a little bit. I don't think there was anything more in there to find. It's gonna be this way. Actually, while I'm down here, I could do this right here. Hold up. I wonder if those are in the same location or are they in both different spots? No, they're in both different spots. So there are two things I could do right now. I could find Ariel, or I could contact Ariel. Well, it might be easier to contact him, I think. So let's do that.
That wasn't too hard.
Where do you think you're going, pretty boy?
I'm looking for someone. They say he's got a business here.
Do the smart thing and hit the road. Go on, fuck off.
Am I wrong, or are you guarding a closed butcher's store? This is Ariel Roffe's Geschäft, right?
I'll check you the hell out in a minute, and we'll be done.
You talk just like the friend I'm looking for.
I'm asking you nicely, capisce? Beat it!
I'm looking for Ariel Roffe.
Then you can double fuck off, you fucking dunkopf!
You'll attract more attention with that shouting.
Buzz on before I get my club. You're not gonna tell me how to do my job, you flibbit and raggedy sot. Beat it!
I swear, I know this is Ariel's hideout.
Know how to read? It says butcher's shop.
Sure, it's extra kosher, because there's no meat at all in there. Come on, every bum at Ruzhitz reeks of booze from this place.
And when they come here, I'll tell them to fuck off.
But I know Ariel's got his hideout here. I even know which copper's hands he greases.
I don't know about no bribes, you
Provocateur?
Fuck off.
Please, I just want a word with Ariel.
Ogres, how come he's still standing here mouthing off at you?
It's me, Victor.
Shulsky, I remember. Fuck off.
So, should I give him what for, boss?
Do what you want.
Ariel, come on. Let's talk, please.
But Ogras, maybe don't take on the son of Shrut Miestia on your own, yeah?
I'll call you a priest if you want.
Oh, they certainly did increase the odds. Other guy got a knife. As long as they don't got guns, it'll be easy. Normally I would take out the gunman first, but I wanted to see if they had one to begin with. I'll use a different spirit this time. Right after I take my opening. It's not doing much. Gotta finish this quick.
Leave him be. I'm sorry. Come on, Shulsky. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you.
Don't stare. That way.
This whole butcher's shop is a cover, right?
None of your business. Got a problem? Take a seat.
Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me. How exactly did you find me?
A very inventive hiding spot. And a nice place.
We've got our own little store here with different varieties. I'm just doing my best to unload it efficiently. Don't waste my time.
It wasn't such a huge challenge.
Who squealed?
There are traces all over the dungeon. You're not being very careful.
If you want something out of me, you better get to the ass-kissing part. Say what you want.
Why do they call that bruiser Oguras?
He's got a green pecker from untreated pox with these little bumps like on those little cocktail gherkins.
I hope he gets well soon.
I'll pass that on. That everything?
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kerbich Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to. Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I? The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
My sympathies about Javier. Really, he didn't deserve it. But I didn't deserve a golem either.
A faithful friend and a quick healer. What am I supposed to do with your sympathies?
I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you.
Don't forget to like and
A
subscribe.
golem is a salutor like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way.
So you need to discern the flaw of the person it's following and then defeat it.
Well done. The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaws second. But first you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the salutor is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it. Good luck.
So, apart from my family's blood, the golem is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
I meant the one and only flaw that reveals itself in youth.
And what salutor latched onto it? The Golden Duck of Warsaw?
Very funny.
Let's see.
How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that you need a Kabbalist. Moi. I know the incantation for the Barur ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, and hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? Further humiliation?
We'll see.
He's the one guy that can help me with this problem.
I know the place the golem was summoned. The basement of Nozick Synagogue.
So, Sofer managed to do it?
Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue, where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The golem is mine.
Let's see.
What do you need the golem for?
None of your business.
Okay, in that case...
You want revenge. That's very sentimental if you think about it.
Another word, and you'll be looking for a new Kabbalist.
Well, it sounded obvious that he wanted revenge in the first place.
Agreed. The golem will be yours.
You didn't say the magic words.
I hereby promise that the golem is yours, as long as you can handle it.
Way to go. Don't worry about the rest. Ah.
He can't be that bad
Hold
of a
on.
guy.
What?
If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial salutor, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws?
I've got a sister, twin, but I don't know if Ligia carries a flaw.
Lovely name. And a strong bond of blood. If she's important to you, the golem has to be bound.
I know.
Then go back to your sister and find out if she carries a flaw.
All right, I'll bring her here. Maybe she'll be better
I
off
just hope I
without
didn't make the wrong call on that.
I'm not here to heal your conscience. You're one cold son of a bitch. A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
I'm gonna take my chances and not do that.
L'chaim.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
But I got a feeling if I don't agree with him, then he's not gonna help me.
Ready?
My question is, the only thing I worry about is if he'll betray me or not, but since he agreed to help me in the first place, I don't think he would. That's why I gave him the golem in the first place. So, if I didn't give him the golem, that would just show my lack of trust in him, but I had no distrust in him because, like, when nobody else was gonna help, it was him and a couple of his friends that decided to help me in the first place with this thing. When it came to getting her to safety.
Let's get this over with.
Godspeed. Find that flaw of Ligia's. I saw what the clay did at the harbor, but that's... Old Sofer impressed me. Summoning a golem under the noses of the whole community.
You ready?
I will be once you show up with your sister. This is when you go get her.
How do you get rid of the golem's physical form?
There's an old ritual, it's called the Beller. It's a sifting ritual. The incantation allows us to sift out the demonic part from the rest of the creature. It also helps with cases of possession.
Good to know.
By the way, your father must have really gotten under Sofer's skin.
My father had that effect on people. This ritual, are you sure it's safe?
Just trust me, as I trust you'll keep your word. I won't touch a hair on your sister's head. Now go get her.
I trust him. He sounds very sincere. Although me and him may not agree on certain things, but he is sincere, so that's why I gave him the golem. But I just hope he doesn't betray me, that's all I can say.
I'll go fetch Ligia.
Get a move on.
But he did help me out the first hand, so if there's anybody I trust, it's actually him. He's also a pretty good fighter, too. I think me and him have the same caliber of strength because I've also seen his spirit before. It's actually a pretty nice one, to be honest. But if you want to see his spirit in the way that he fights, I suggest looking at part 2 of my gameplay. This is part 3. But yeah, he's trustworthy. That's the bottom line. I just hope my decisions won't come back to haunt me.
Remember when you promised to show up for the lecture? It doesn't matter anymore.
I had a lot on my mind.
Well, yes. What brings you here?
We have to talk about the golem. I know how to stop it now.
You know what to do? Tell me.
Let's see.
I found out that you can only call off a golem in the place where it was made. It was summoned in the synagogue.
How do you know that?
Father's former sales clerk led me there.
Hayat? How did he know? Don't tell me he had something to do with this.
Well, he begged the previous rabbi to send the golem after father. It looks to me like he did this out of hatred.
I have the urge to send that laundry of his up in smoke. What's our connection to all this?
Do you know what a flaw is?
Kind of, but Papa didn't tell me too much about his abilities.
Let's see.
A flaw is a hidden stamp that sometimes defines our behavior or even our lives. It's formed in the subconscious and centers around the things that matter most to us. It might be the memory of something tragic or shocking from the past, or something that takes us over completely, obsessively. If you were to tell me the one thing in your life that matters most, what would it be?
Where's this coming from? My family. That's why your behavior sometimes troubles me so much.
Now, pretend you're not mad at me, and answer honestly.
All right. Work. I want to work. Hard and honestly. And I want to be respected for it. Not have fingers pointed at me. And so it will be. Remember that.
I don't doubt you've got that certain something inside you.
Even so...
I will. And thank you for opening up to me. Especially if you're still angry at me. I think I already know what I wanted.
May I get back to work?
I need you. We must end it. Together.
What do you want, Victor? I'm busy now.
Let's see.
Today, the curse placed on Father will lose its power. But we have to get going.
You keep talking about this golem. You claim it's what destroyed the harbor and that it's threatening us both, but I've never seen it. Maybe that's your problem?
Are you trying to say you don't believe me?
Yes, exactly right.
Say if she goes with you, she'll believe it, or hurry her along. Well, I'm gonna try and convince her. I don't want to rush her out. That wouldn't be the right way to do it.
You'll be singing a different tune once you see what I've got to show you.
Interesting. Let's get this over with so I can finally get to work. Lead the way.
And if that shaking the house wasn't weird enough, I don't know what is. Or a church, whatever, club, whatever you want to call it.
The darling sister, here in person. You clearly are of the same blood. We have nearly everything ready, I see. Ariel Rofe.
A smuggler and a troublemaker.
Just don't tell anyone.
Mr. Rofe, this is everything I've been able to find. The candles are placed where you commanded.
Fine.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Shulsky. And you must be dear Ligia Shulska. My regards.
The Mademoiselle looks pale. Do you feel all right, my lady?
No, I don't think so.
Victor, I need a pound of flesh, and it's up to you whose body it comes from.
Victor, what's going on? What's he talking about?
To lure the golem, we need your mature flaw.
Am I the bait?
I could have phrased it better. The point is that only you with your flaw can can lure the golem here.
Will I lose my flaw in the process?
One that's linked with aspirations, chasing something. Ambition, even to an excessive degree. And yes, you will lose it.
Fine. Get that flaw out of me.
Thank you for trusting me.
But him, I don't know about.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Enough chit-chat. Since everything's ready, let's get to work.
Let's begin.
Don't mess this up.
I'll do my best.
Won't it come?
Patience. Have more faith, Feldman. More faith!
Yit Kadash Shimiraba.
Ready?
Yes.
His father didn't really hang out with the
take
greatest
your
of
flaw,
guys.
You
but
get
it's
rid
the
of the
only way I know how to
golem,
solve
and we're
this.
quits. Back in a moment.
Mr. Rofa, what?
She'll be fine. It's all over. You're both free.
Thank you. For my sake and Lygia's.
Not a problem. Come on. We gotta take your sister home.
I'll call you a carriage.
Not my clay, not my problem. What's the trophy I got?
What happened? How did I get here?
I wasn't supposed to tell you, but Rofe brought you.
Oh. Was he saying something?
Why are you asking about Rofe?
God, no reason. I was just curious. I've never dealt with his type.
He's pretty handsome, I guess.
Stop.
That can wait. Rest now.
What about the golem?
Now we're safe from the curse of Satanisław. Rofe kept his word and stopped the golem from pursuing us.
So now it's going to serve him.
I kept my word. That was what we'd agreed.
Maybe you should have consulted me, huh? It was my flaw.
But you agreed to it.
I'm kidding. You should have seen your face. May I hear the details of your deal?
I'll tell you another time. I'm going now.
All right. I'll just stay here a little longer.
I don't know if that was the best way to go about it, but I have a feeling if I would have kept that thing, then things kind of would have ended worse for me as well. Like, I don't really see that going anywhere but certain death, but I don't know. There's a bunch of decisions to make. It's kind of hard to tell right off the bat. But I feel like if I kept the golem, something bad would happen to me, and then basically I would end up being dead in the game, which is kind of the outcome that I'm trying to avoid here, which is why I kind of did that. And plus, if he's the type to like seem to like want something in return, so if he didn't get anything in return, we wouldn't have got the help that we needed in the first place. And if I had killed the golem, the less help I would have gotten with the situation getting taken care of, because he's the type to want something in return, and he wouldn't have probably given us much support if he didn't get the golem. However, if I would have taken it the other way around and I took the golem, then I probably might end up dead in this game because of how uncontrollable it is. Which, that's why I didn't choose that decision. On the other hand, there was really nothing else I could choose. And then the only other choice would have been to get her to take possession of the golem, which I know she wasn't really going to want to do. But, so rather than me or her take it into the spell book, I'll let him handle it since he seemed skilled enough to take care of the situation by himself compared to a wizard like me or her, or a Thaumaturge as you might call it. But he's a Victor's a Thaumaturge, and I think that other man over there, he's a different type of wizard. So technically, he kind of did have more experience. So technically now, well, we all know knowledge is power, so technically I feel like I made the right choice. I just hope I don't regret it later and he doesn't do anything dangerous with it, like trying to use it against us or anything like that. But to be honest, he kind of seemed, for the most part, as I've been playing the game, he seems like a straightforward guy who really won't hurt anybody, you know, unless you like do something crazy to him or bug him to death. But as long as you're legit and honest, he seems to be an honest person. And that is the reason why I went as far as I did and picked things out the way I did. Because I saw that although things may not be all agreeable to him, I noticed that like he is a legit kind of guy and an honest kind of guy. So that was enough for me. Plus, he wouldn't have helped me out with the plan if he wasn't an honest kind of guy. He wouldn't, like, you know, try to help out a member of the whole thing get away from this place, in which he did try and help me out with that favor. So I really had no reason to deny him. I know he may have strange ways at times, but one thing I do know about him is he's honest to his word, and that was enough for me. That's what mattered most. So I'm trusting that nothing bad happened to end that decision. pretty sure she didn't want to bear the magic in her spellbook, and if I banished it in my spellbook, it would be kind of... I feel like having that thing around inside of me or in my spellbook would like literally put me under a curse of death, and me end up dying in this game if I would have absorbed it instead of him. But it could have went the other way around. Because I've seen that thing in action and nothing good comes of it, to my knowledge. So it's best that somebody else bear the whole thing. I mean, on top of that, he didn't really seem like the type of person like, you know, want to take over the whole world. So, to me, he's a straightforward guy. I just hope I don't regret it. See anything else to take care of in this area before I go? Wait, are those people out there?
Since we keep following one another around, maybe we should introduce ourselves.
What are you talking about?
I've got the impression that I've caught you gents' attention. I'm curious why.
Don't you know where curiosity like that can get you?
It'll cause you nothing but trouble.
Let's see.
Okay, we all know how this ends, right? I predict that we'll end up beating each other black and blue, so...
What a talented fortune teller.
It's almost dead anyway. Let's see here. Got more of these left. I think I've got more left. Need another spirit though. Well, I don't think it'll let me pick up the hint. At least not until I go in there anyway. Hold on, my controller vibrated when I walked over here. Because of that. Now I can pick it up.
I had no idea about this place. I know this trace. Hello, sweet secret. I think that's everything now. So, besides father, there were two more. A candy lover and a coffee lover. Konieczkin must have had one of them in mind. Quit whining. Mr. Sweet Tooth has definitely suffered. He died before Father, so he's not the one who took the grimoire. That's what I call you now, the Doctor. Because you help rabbis and people the hospital is off limits to. Rebels and revolutionaries. Luckily, I know someone who matches the description. Maybe we'll find out what she needed that ammunition for. Come on, we'll be careful. Time to get some donuts and Rodriguez.
Controller vibrating again. Must be another clue around here that I missed. If I did, then I probably won't find it. But it's okay.
Is that Captain's staff too?
You bet. He stirs the beer with his tail. What can I get you?
What's his name?
Pankratzy. I found him on the trash heap and he's sorta made himself at home here.
Well fed, well groomed. The happiest cat in the neighborhood.
You think? Thanks. I feed him liver. I think he likes it. He always wants more.
Cats ain't really my thing.
I'm looking for Vanda. Apparently, she likes this place. For some reason.
Vanda. Doesn't ring a bell. I think you'd better leave.
Let's make a deal. I can pay.
I said I don't know nothing.
A lot.
Yeah. All right. Gentlemen, we got a capitalist here.
Dang it, bro. Fuck. Alright, let's try something different. I'm gonna use a different spirit, because I know he can't handle it all by himself. Take out the gunman first, that'll be easier. No, god damn it. I'll have to think of a different plan. But it's gonna take a while because I gotta deal with a gunman, then I gotta deal with 3 guys with knives after that. not getting anywhere fast. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna try to snake and see where I get. Because this fight is a little bit challenging.
Have you completely lost your minds? He'll bring the Ruskies down on our heads.
I'm sorry, but he...
Don't explain, don't apologize, don't grovel. Trouble follows you wherever you go.
Well, that makes two of us. Can we speak in private?
If I must.
Don't move a muscle.
I've got déjà vu.
Silence.
Forgive our caution. Despite those delightful moments in the cell, I still don't trust you.
The ones who get out so quickly have friends in high places. What about you, Shulsky?
Meet Michal, and tell us, what do you actually want?
Let's see.
We parted in fairly unfavorable circumstances.
Forgive me, Victor, but I have no desire to reveal all my secrets to you. Can we get to the point?
Okay.
I've missed you.
Choose your words more carefully.
I've missed you too, in a certain sense.
Really?
Come on, lower the gun.
Can we get to the point? I promise I'll be nice.
Hello.
You can leave us. Come, Victor. Tell me what brings you here.
Uh, I'll take Wendy's. Yeah, with the Baconator fries. The triple fun. I could. I didn't really eat anything this morning. Besides, the other food digested earlier, so. Okay. Oh, what, stuff can't handle that? I told you if you empty, you can handle it. I've had it before, but it's just been a while. Oh, that's why he doesn't know. Well, allow me to prove him wrong. Okay. Okay. Let me do.
So these are the famous suites. Underground combat. Are you from the PPS?
The friendly neighborhood girl threw you off?
I admit, it's a very effective cover.
Isn't it? What brings you to this sweet place?
Let's see.
How exactly are you going to serve the cause?
The PPS has extensive structures. Most members engage in demonstrations or meetings, underground lectures. We're part of the PPS Combat Organization. We use more radical methods.
Do you shoot as well, or just carry ammo?
Want to find out?
Is Bergrodby's cafe frequented only by your sympathizers?
No, but the name is known only by a select few.
Why did the PPS choose this particular place?
It's just one of many where we get together. The beer is drinkable here, and the boys are nice.
You stole the Dutch pomade shipment. I read about it on the train from Vienna.
We're famous. Yes, that's true. But I won't tell you where it is, nor what it will be used for.
Actually, something else brings me here. I'm looking for a particular man. He's a doctor and a Thaumaturge. He treats people with rather radical views.
Who do you mean? Us?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Diplomatic. I'm sorry. We don't betray our comrades to anyone who asks.
So you do know one another after all.
Who knows?
How about this? I won't ask for anything else, but please, pass something on to him from me.
Are you praying to an onion?
Hush. What should I pass on to this doctor?
Okay, let's see. Gotta think carefully. Assure him that you... Well, if I do him dead, then that'll be wrong.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Done.
What can you make out of that? Cough syrup?
Just pass it on to him. He'll know.
You're peculiar. Anything else?
If I would have sentenced the doctor to death, then they would have probably noticed something even more fishier about this, so I probably won't go that far. I'll just make it simple.
What are you up to this evening?
Is that an offer? Or are you just nosy?
But if I kill the doctor, then that's just gonna make me feel more culprit, so it's probably best not to kill him that way. But I could have sentenced him to death. I just felt like it wasn't gonna be appropriate to do that. Because it would have made them suspect me more.
That depends on your preference. I'll adapt.
Tonight, I am overthrowing the patriarchy. Will you join me?
With pleasure. Just us and the sounds of a crumbling tyranny would be the perfect date.
It's hard for me to deny that, but seriously, I have plans. And that's all I'm willing to say on the topic. Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
I'll be off now.
If I get an answer from the doctor, I'll let you know. Look after yourself.
Every outcome will change the situation of the story, so be careful what you pick if you ever play this game. It's all about the choices.
Mr. Shulsky, there's a young lady to see you. I'll serve tea in the drawing room.
I won't stay long. There's no need.
Thank you, Grażynka.
A nice house, a spot of tea, a housekeeper. When the revolution comes, everything here will go up in smoke.
Did he say anything?
You know what? He confirmed my belief that Thaumaturges are freaks.
Thank you, Wanda.
I'm glad I could help. I've got an appointment with Michał.
So he hates Thaumaturges. In that case, well, if I ever run into the doctor again, I'll be sure to kill him. If he think like that.
Thank you again. You've done me a great favor.
I know. See you.
Will the young lady be visiting us more often?
How should I know?
Well, tough. I'm out of here.
Probably made the wrong call there, but whatever. Yeah. In a second here, I'm gonna take a eating break, so I'm gonna play until I start getting hungry, that is.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome. I'm not used to getting such a welcome from others. Usually, they go charging straight into my head.
That's not very polite, in my view. One ought to introduce oneself first. Emir Bernakovich, Folche. Are you alone?
I've taken care of them.
Good. Thank you for the onion.
Thank you for the fork.
The onion made it clear to me that you were hoping for an answer. How can I help you?
Well, I suppose the honesty got me where I am, but if I did it negatively, then he probably wouldn't have helped me, so I guess that works out. But I see how you have a weird impression of me at first hand, but I guess I gotta put on a good show so that doesn't end up being the case.
What is a Thaumaturge?
That's what we Tatars call Thaumaturges. I'm a healer, a fortune teller, and a doctor. Is something ailing you?
I'm looking for the Black Grimoire. After my father died, it went missing.
What do you need another spell book for?
I want the knowledge he might have written in it.
You're inexhaustible, like him.
Get to the point.
As you wish. Enough beating around the bush. In this place, we can talk openly and take all the time we need. But mind that lying may cost you dearly. Who told you I have the Black Grimoire?
The person who drew you to my attention was Ivan Konieczkin.
As I thought. The chief had been circling Stanisław for a long time and was interested in his associates. In us.
The Grimoire. My patience is running short. Suffolk is dead. You're the only one left. Give the Grimoire back. This is the last time I'm asking.
Stanisław used to tell me you were really sick and nearly lost your mind. How did you manage to get through all that?
Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin cured me.
How?
As far as I can tell, he used hypnosis on me, and he still peeks into my head from time to time.
Do you trust him?
Let's say... Well, I'm gonna say I have no reason for suspicion, because that's the guy who helped me control my powers better, and I have no reason to suspect him. Like, over the times I played the game, like, he hasn't done nothing bad to me, so I really have no reason to doubt him at the moment, but I could be wrong about that, but at the same time, I'm being honest with my statement. Hold on a minute. All I can do is be honest.
He hasn't betrayed my trust so far.
Is Rasputin a Thaumaturge?
I don't think so. I'd have noticed that.
Do you know any other Thaumaturges from Warsaw?
But I'm glad I was nice to the doctor, because that way I could prove that Thaumaturges aren't freaks. Well, Thaumaturge wizards anyway. I'm just a Thaumaturge type wizard, but there are other wizards around here who are different. But you guys probably already know that since you've been watching my storyline.
Yes, I know 2 more.
That's enough. I don't have the Black Grimoire, and I've never had it.
Well, no, I don't want to accuse him.
You've got enormous potential, but you're not yet reaching it.
Is speaking the truth not in such demand anymore?
I'm not looking for an honest thaumaturge, just a powerful one.
So he's not looking for honesty?
I want to rebuild the coterie, with your participation.
It sounds tempting. I'll think it over.
Yeah, I'll think it
That's
over.
enough for me for the time being. But take my advice. When you leave here, go to the one who healed you. I sense he has many secrets.
We all do, don't we?
Yes, but his secrets might be dangerous, and might thwart your plans. Be careful.
Great, so now I got a trust vote here between him and then the other guy who helped me from the beginning of the game. But I really had no reason to suspect the doctor of anything firsthand, which is why I did not kill him. Or accuse him of anything with a threat, although I could have sent the note to him with a threat, but I chose not to. But at the same time, he did say he seeks somebody. Like, what kind of person doesn't care about honesty? Like, if you didn't want honesty, that just means you wanted violence and lies. And then you say, okay, all my lies are going to be noted, but that just includes more negativity. Because if you lie about something and then they know about it, then that makes the situation worse. And then everybody's angry because it wasn't the truth. So I don't see how me being honest with him would, you know, make the situation, like, you know, weird to him. Because he just said, like, in the conversation you said he wasn't seeking honesty, so that's just like saying you're not seeking you don't care if they're honest or lying, you're just caring for somebody who can, you're just wanting somebody that can achieve the objective, whether it involves truth or lying. And then he said he doesn't have a book, so that kind of made things a little bit more complicated. Yeah, I could end up dying in this concept, or I could end up living. It all depends on my choice. But I didn't like, I just don't understand that though. What kind of doctor doesn't seek for honesty? Like, that's weird to me. Any doctor who wants to cure somebody seeks honesty. What the? That's the guy.
What are you doing here?
Vanitas, vanitatum, et omnia vanitas. Your father was a great man.
Where did that thought come from?
I can see clearly what a great influence he had on your life, Victor.
No,
We
he
both
didn't.
know how much you wanted to be his equal.
You don't know me as well as you think.
Then tell me where I err.
I've come by everything on my own. Everything I have, I owe only and exclusively to myself.
Pride usually comes before a fall. Your father considered himself Polish. Your mother was Russian. And you grew up in France. Who are you, Victor?
This is weird.
I'm a Thaumaturge.
I also think that it's our nature that defines us, and not the place where our mothers brought us into this world.
And what natures do those others have? The people around you, you've gathered them, us, intentionally.
Everyone has a goal. We're only yet another stopover on someone's journey. And sometimes our paths lead in the same direction. Mine leads to the court of Nikolai Romanov. I need to save the Tsarevich because I believe that only then can we have a future. I can help him. Do you believe me?
I don't know what to say at this point. Cause like between that doctor and between this guy, I don't know. Now I'm stuck on who to believe. But it honestly seemed like that doctor wanted negativity out of me. Like, he didn't seek positivity. It's like he wanted the negative side, so I guess I'll say yes.
Yes, I believe because you helped me. I know that.
Think what we can achieve, Victor, if you just come with me. Imagine that the thaumaturgical knowledge of the whole Russian Empire will be at your fingertips. As long as Alexei Romanov is healthy.
Wait, what? A Thaumaturge empire could be at my fingertips, but why would you need an empire? That doesn't seek to do anything except destroy.
You're lying. I don't believe a word you're saying, except that you want to gain access to the Romanovs' court. And I don't know how, but I'm sure you're manipulating all those people around you.
I think we're both similar in that respect, aren't we?
So it's true.
And if it is, what does that change? If my apostles are only cattle who... If you're going to help me, you'll decide for yourself what's true. Do you want to fulfill their desires? Be my guest. Hey, do you want to leave? I'm not stopping you.
I need time to think about it. Because... I don't know, I just need time to think.
I need time.
You've hurt me, Victor. And after everything I've done for you so far, come back when you're ready. Once you're on that path, there's no turning back. You know where to find me.
I don't know who to believe, that doctor or that guy. Both of them are a little bit freaky in their own way. But yeah, let's see what time is it. Yeah, it's 8:19. I'm gonna save here and leave it at that. But yeah, that guy kind of freaks me out. That's all I gotta say. It's on autosave, so the game will save automatically. But that guy is still freaky. Both of them are. Both that doctor and him. And I gotta come up with a decision later on who to believe. Anyway, don't forget to